Okay, I'm here now with Bob Yeoman. He's the managing director of Spectrum Carbonics. Bob, first question for you. Talk about the last 12 months from Spectrum and what you guys are most proud of.
Last 12 months have been incredible. We've been busy getting our name out, and that's been working well. We've had a lot of inquiries from a broad variety of customers in the U.S., the Caribbean, Europe, Asia, Latin America, all over. There's interest in what we do. In terms of what we're most proud of is we've taken a company from a startup and we've got it moving very positively. I've signed a number of very good contracts with some very visible companies, and we're poised to make a difference in the industry.
Okay, very good. How about what type of customers do you guys deal with here at ISPT as far as like the beverage producers or any other categories that you guys are actively working with?
Well, unfortunately, I can't talk a lot about that, Tim, because we work a lot of it under non-disclosure agreements. But we're working with big companies, nationally known brands. We're working with smaller companies that are bringing innovative technology to the marketplace. In terms of companies we hope to work with, we haven't done much work with some of the more traditional gas manufacturers yet, and so I think we would hope to expand our expertise to work with some of those firms as well.
How would a beverage producer partner with Spectrum, and is there any other categories that you guys are interested in partnering with?
Spectrum looks to partner with all people who either produce or are end users of CO2. The whole sustainability and renewability of the products that we're working with appeal to a broad segment of the industry. In terms of who it might make sense to work with, we're working with some of the major brands, but certainly some of the smaller brands would make sense. I think we've got programs and services that would interest them as well. In terms of suppliers, there's lots of things that we do. We work with various suppliers of analytical and other services. So there's, again, the CO2 industry touches a very broad array of the segment of the beverage industry, and we're open to working with pretty much everybody.
Okay, very good. Talk about the next 2 to 3 years for Spectrum and what you guys hope to accomplish, and what does it look like?
We are in the process of ramping up. We have started slow, and we are now to the point where we are moving forward with some big projects, and that will change Spectrum. We will be a much bigger company. We'll be bringing people on board to work on projects. And we're expanding our certification program, and that's building a brand, essentially. The Spectrum Certified CO2 brand is going to be something that you should be looking for in the next 2 to 3 years.
Is there anywhere that people could look to see like the whole menu of services of what you guys are offering at this point?
You can certainly come to our website, but one of the things that I learned as a consultant, and we're somewhat of a consulting and services industry, is that we're problem solvers. And if somebody has an issue and they have a concern, we have the higher level of science and the industry expertise that we can help them solve their problem and apply a creative solution that not a standard service. So we certainly have a list of things that we can do, but we're always open to helping people develop custom solutions.
Thanks, Bob. What's one thing that you guys could point to specifically that you feel like you guys have excelled in that you could maybe highlight for us?
One of the things that we've been focused on recently is delivering a higher level of science to help people do the analytical work they need to qualify their carbon dioxide. So we have changed the game. We have opened the door to, like I said, a much higher level of science and help people develop a true analytical fingerprint of their product. And that is one of the early steps that everybody needs to go through. Once you understand what your fingerprint is, then you can move into subsequent steps of assessing the hazards and how you mitigate and remediate some of those issues. But the first step is to do the fingerprint.
Thanks, Bob. Point to one thing of like why they would come to Spectrum versus a competitor.
The approach that we've brought to this is that we de-risk the process for the customers. And de-risking is critical. When you talk to some of the major brands, you're dealing with some of the food products that have some of the most highly protected and well-known trade names in the world. And, for them, de-risking is essential. And that's one of the key features of our program that we provide.
Awesome. Thank you, Bob, for everything that you do for us and for ISBT throughout the year. Always great to see you at BevTech.